All right, welcome, welcome back, everybody. It is Thursday, July 8th. We're here doing it in the corner of my bedroom once again. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. It's episode 207 of the Michael Lab Show. My hair's still growing out. It's gonna go all the way down to my butt. No, I'm just kidding. But it is still growing. I haven't cut it. I haven't done anything to it. It looks insane. I feel like I'm at this stage of my life where I'm just slowly losing my mind. Like just not like full on losing my mind, but just ever so slightly. You know, wearing a Kiss shirt, just crazy ass long hair, barely getting through school. If you guys are watching this, I'm done with my summer class. Yesterday I had so much homework I had to do. I've been gone for the last week. You guys haven't seen a vlog yet. I will be uploading a vlog sooner than later. I wanted to finish up school first, at least my summer class, to kind of it's an added stress that I don't want. I want to, when I vlog, I don't want to be stressed out by BS. And I guess school isn't BS, but to me it is BS. But I digress. So I've been gone for a while. The last 3 episodes you guys saw, I recorded all those pre-vacation. So if you guys can see, I'm like extra tan. I almost look like a straight up Native American. I do have a little bit of Native American in me, not like the amount that, because every American says they have Native American, but I actually have like a legit amount of Native American. Like my great grandmother was straight up Native. Like I think she was from an Indian tribe up northeast. My grandfather, my great grandfather on my mom's side came over here from Ireland, and he hooked up with a Native American. And that Native American was my great grandmother, and my great grandmother had my grandfather. My grandfather fought in World War II. Short, little, stocky guy. Oh, he was a boxer. I never met him. The dude died. Before, I think he passed away when my mom was 28, like pretty young. Smoker, heavy drinker, heavy smoker. But he was in World War II, and I have this awesome picture of him, standing in front of the Eiffel Tower. I don't know, it's a cool photo, but so I do have a little bit of Native in me. I have Native American, and I have, are you allowed to say Indian anymore? I don't think I can say Indian. I take that back. I don't think you can say Indian. I don't know. Native Indians, Native Americans. So I have Irish in me, and I have Native American in me. And Irish, like, that's a repressed group of people. Like, people, when we're talking about, like, groups that are repressed, we never talk about Native American. I mean, the Irish, dude. The Irish were just, like the Irish famine. It was, like, a real thing. Like, Ireland famine, 1729. The Great Famine, also known as the Great Hunger, the famine of the Irish potato famine, was a period of mass starvation disease in Ireland from 1945 to 1954. What caused the Irish famine? By potato crop. Oh, wait, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'm just speaking a bunch of nonsense. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me today on Thursday. I'm very happy to be back. It's been a while since I did a podcast. It's been I think it's been like 7 days now up at this point. And it's hard to get back into the swing of things. It's fascinating. I've never, coming back home from vacation, I've always been able to just hop into things. But the older I get, the more I realize when I come home from vacation, when I leave and I come back, I want more than what I had before. Like, you don't realize, like, you get caught up in your routine of things. I was caught up in my routine where Mondays and Wednesdays I record a podcast, upload it Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday and Friday is the day I did my homework. I would go to class on Wednesday, and I would go to work, 5 or 6 days a week. And you just kind of get caught up in this routine, and it's fine. But every time I come back from vacation now at this age, I'm like, holy crap, I want more and more and more out of my life. And like, I'm not complaining. But the older I get, the more, like, I'm really excited for the first time in my life, and this is me being very genuine with people, just very honest with everybody. For the first time in my life, and this, I know I've mentioned this before on the podcast, but the first time in my entire life, I'm actually excited to graduate college and go out and get a full-time job. I have a full-time job. I work full-time. I've always worked full-time since I was 16 years old. I've worked full-time at the restaurant. I've been a manager at the restaurant. I've worked full-time my entire life, kitchen, dishwasher, whatever it is. But I'm excited to see what I can do in the world of a career. Like, I really am stoked because I feel like I could do really well. But the hardest thing for me is just committing to something and finding what I like, like it's going to be interesting. This next year is going to be a really fascinating year for Taylor and I, and, for both of us, like for both of us as individuals, like in our careers. Like, she's in a huge part of her career where she's gaining experience, and she's looking for a job that she really likes. And then for me, I'm looking for a job that I like, but I don't know what I like. So it's there. I think this next year, these next 1 to 5 years, are going to be a time in my life where I got to learn how to say like F that and like roll on and like move on, but still have enough income where I can support myself. And I think I've never in my life have ever felt like this. I've always been like, I've just never seen myself working a career. And I think the reason why is because I never saw myself graduating. Like, I've never once seen myself with a diploma in my hand. And it's so crazy because I'm definitely like smart enough to get any type of degree that I want. But I'm never once in my life would think I would have a degree. And it's so backwards, but I'm at the point now where I'm like, holy crap. In like 6 months, I will be walking down a platform. What do you do? Off a trampoline or whatever you do. I'm going to have a degree in my hand that says I went to 4 years of college, plus or minus 4 years. And I was able to gain a bachelor's. And, there's a lot of me that goes like, damn, Mike, like I wished the way I think about it now, I wish I had that 4 years ago. I wish the way I think, I don't know if it's a maturation thing. I don't know what it is, but I'm 24 years old. And the way I'm thinking right now, I kind of wish I had a 19 or 20. I wish I got it out of the way. But honestly, like at that time in my life, if I did get it, I wouldn't have been appreciative of that at all. But like now I can honestly tell people, I can come on this podcast where thousands of people listen to monthly, and I could be like, yo, like I'm pumped. And it sounds so dumb, but like the idea of even going to college is, there's things that really get under my skin. There's things that bother me. And one of the things that bother me the most is this idea that I don't like when people who are in a very, I guess, I don't want to say privileged situation, but are in a place where they're underappreciative of what they have. And I know for me, I've been guilty of that a number of times. But this college degree, I feel embarrassed. I do. I like, honestly, to be fully transparent with people, I feel embarrassed with the way I dealt with it, because I know there's so many people who would look at me and be like, yo, dude, you're a spoiled piece of shit. And I am fully aware of that, because the way I treated it was like it was nothing. I just threw away my parents' money. That is an insult. That is disrespectful. And I can be like, oh, well, that's the path I chose, or like, you had to learn from that. But like, honestly, bro, like that's embarrassing, man. That's embarrassing to me. I hate that. I hate that about myself. I wish I just never went, because I wasted people's money. I wasted people's time. I wasted people's energy, And the reason why I don't like it now, when people say like, oh, I don't really know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to keep going. Like, that makes me upset, because you are in someone's spot. Someone got declined to go to that school. Somebody could have went to the school if that spot wasn't filled, and you're in that spot and you don't care. Like, drop out. Don't go. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Don't waste your time in college. Don't go there not knowing what you want to do. Like that, and maybe that's just, I'm sure there's a counter argument to that makes me go like, oh, Mike, you're an idiot. But like, I mean that so much. Like, it's frustrating. I wish the knowledge I have now, I had 4 years ago, and I would have just crushed it. I would have crushed school so hard. Dude, I probably would have went for a master's. I was talking to Taylor about this yesterday. We went to the lake, and then we went to Virginia Tech to help her move out of her apartment. And it was, it was hard. It was emotional. It was, it was the first It's where we got Riley. It was the first place we lived with Riley. It was her first apartment at college at Virginia Tech. And, she was there for 2.5 years, but a year of it was for COVID. And, so there's a lot of things that she wished she could have done, but she couldn't have because of coronavirus. And it was emotional. And we were walking around the drill field, which is just a beautiful field. And I told her, I was like, if I never heard this thing from Jordan Peterson, I would have never flipped the switch in my brain. And, there's things that you hear in your life that you don't realize are so impactful until they are impactful, until there's certain things that get stuck in your long-term memory that you don't expect to be there. And then years go by or months go by and you're like, whoa, holy crap, that's what that meant. And what he said one time is college is the place that you can go for 4 years of your life. People pay for you, people send you off, people get you an apartment, and you can learn everything under the sun. And I'm paraphrasing, but people pay you to go learn and absorb as much information as possible. Dude, if I heard that when I was 18 or 19, if there's somebody out there right now who's 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, it sounds so stupid. It sounds so dumb. But the ability to learn as much as you possibly can on a vast majority of subjects makes you invincible. It gives you all the tools to assassinate the world. I'm talking going out there and just splitting things open. You can do whatever you want once you have a vast knowledge base. It is incredible. It is literally it's incredible. It's a miracle in a lot of ways. The fact that there's places out there, like I think about Virginia Tech because Virginia Tech is a beautiful college. And honestly, I'll sit here and I'm telling you right now, it's not over for me. Like Taylor and I, like we want to go there. That's where I want to live. We want to live there for a while. I want to see her get her PhD if that's what she wants to do. I want to see her get her master's. I would love to work at a college. And it sounds so dumb because if you asked me 2 years ago, I'd be like, nah, dude, like screw that. That's where all like the blah, 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 blah. But those are just excuses because I was so uncomfortable with who I was. I was embarrassed about who I was. I thought I should have been something when no, Mike, you didn't deserve to be anything because you did nothing. And I realize that now. But it's crazy that there's thousands and thousands of places scattered across the country where there's an accumulation of thousands and thousands of books, hours and hours and hours of knowledge that you can just consume, and you can be unstoppable. What's the thing that is like most powerful in this world is an intelligent, articulate person. What happens when people who don't have articulate ideas express them? Things fall apart. You're seeing it right now in the ecosystem we live in. So many arguments, so many conflicts, so many disagreements are not disagreements because people disagree with what they're saying. They're disagreeing because they cannot articulate what they mean. If you articulate an idea, even if the idea is not that popular, but if it's structured in a way where you can see step 1, step 2, and step 3, and step 4, I can argue. I can hate your idea, but if I can see your steps, I can be like, oh, okay, that's where you got to that idea. And there's these universities where they literally tell you to learn as much as you possibly can. And I sound like I'm getting paid by like colleges. And I go to Towson, dude, and Towson's a smaller school. There's like Virginia Tech, University of Maryland, and like, I don't know. I think it's so powerful. And if I had kids right now, I wouldn't tell them that they have to go to college. I wouldn't force them to go to college. I wouldn't say, hey man, you have to do this. What I would tell them is that, hey, what is the most powerful thing in this world? What is the thing that gives you the most leverage in any situation? They'd be like, what? And I'd be like, it's the ability for you to articulate, to grab what's up here, what's mixing around in your brain, take it and form it into this beautiful idea and articulate it into the world. That, my friend, is so powerful, and nothing can beat that. Nothing can beat that. You can never take that away from somebody. The ability to think and process and break things down. It's the most exciting part of my life. When I open a book and I start reading, I'm like, holy crap, if I read for 5 minutes or 2 hours, if 5 minutes go by or 2 hours go by, I just added more bullets to my gun. Like I just feel like I'm flooded with ideas. And it is so powerful, and it's a thing that I wish I could just teach and just tell the whole world is like, yo, college is not this place it's not a step, and like, for some jobs it is, but even then, like, it shouldn't be a step. To be a doctor, it's a step. To be a lawyer, it's a step. To be a finance, it is a step, right? It is a step. I'm not going to act stupid here. It is a step. It's a check. It's a check mark. It's a box that you check off the list. But don't let it be that. It's not that. What it is it's an experience. It's this escape from reality, because that's what it is. And I used to be such a hypocrite I used to be such a critic on that. Not a hypocrite. I used to be such a critic. I'd be like, oh yeah, well, you don't have any work experience, so you don't know how to work. It's like, yeah, dude, but that's not because of college. Just because of that person, like someone who works hard, someone who actually like kicks ass all the time. College won't take that away from them. It's just, I think it's an on average thing. The people who go to college tend to fall to the side where maybe they don't work as hard in a setting, but maybe it's because they're so driven and so focused on this one thing. Why would you waste your time working really hard when you know that what you need to do to get a job that you need, that you want, that you've wanted since a child? College is not a step. It is a step. It is a step. But what it is to me, and the reason why I have fallen in love with education, I have fallen in love with academics, and I've fallen in love with learning knowledge, accumulating as much knowledge as possible. The reason why is because I've learned that it is a place where you can fill up your weaponry and you can become a master of your own thoughts. Becoming a master of your own thoughts, there's nothing in this world that can take that away from you. And that is so freaking powerful, dude. That is so powerful. So I'm sitting here today and I'm telling you, I'm almost done with college. And once I'm done with college, I'm going to see what I can do out there. I'm going to see what jobs I can get. If I want to go back to college, I could do that. Like I'm hyper fascinated right now with Russia. It's been like my new kick lately. Like it really has been. I've been reading the Archipelago, and I'm on book volume 2. It's not just Russia I've been fascinated about. I've been hyper fascinated about socialism and Marxism and communism and all these isms, and like this like slippery slope that countries play, and once they get on the slope, they don't even know they're on the slope, and then they end up in this hellhole. North Korea, Soviet Union, Cambodia, China, like it's and then I've been really fascinated about the landscape that we live in today in the United States, and how we're such, it was the 4th of July, and I saw things on Twitter like just saying that this flag doesn't represent all, and it's like I'm gonna try to tread as lightly as I can, and because I don't want to offend people, but here I do want to put this out there. And I don't care what people view me as when I say this, but I love America. I love everything about it. I'm not proud of everything about it, though. That's something that needs to be understood. I'm not proud of everything that we've done. I'm not proud of slavery. I'm not proud of the way we address Japanese people after World War II and during World War II. I'm not proud of like the way that we dealt with Native Americans. I'm not proud of that. But what America is a place where mistakes happen. But unlike other countries, when mistakes happen in this country, we try to address them and we try to fix them. And a lot of countries, that's just not how it works, dude. And sometimes it takes a 2020. Sometimes it takes certain events to happen where we finally like kick it into gear. But it is a place where freedom still does exist. You can still make your way to the top. And and I'm not dumb. Like I'm not dumb. I've read plenty of books on the way that the structure's set up, and I know it's flawed. Trust me, I know it's flawed. And I know that if we could go back and do it again, there's probably a lot of adjustments that should have been made, that could have been made, that if were made, it would make it for a much better society. But the fact is that didn't happen. But also, here's another fact, is that it is now in the zeitgeist. Now, people are aware of it. People are kinder to each other. People are more accepting of each other. But this is a country where we have been able to keep ourselves together for a long time. And, there's a lot of people saying things, oh, we're falling apart, democracy's falling. I don't believe that for a second. I don't care I don't care who you put as a president. You put Donald Trump up there and democracy didn't fall apart. Yeah, like there was a revolution at the end, but what people fail to realize is just how that didn't take us down. And maybe I'm just an optimist, but I feel like I'm a pessimist in a lot of ways. But I think it's because the way that I go about my days, I don't watch news. I stay off of Twitter news. I stay off of I stay away from things that are polarizing. But what I do, which I think a lot of people don't do, which is I forget. I think I listened to this in a podcast. I forget who it was. Maybe it was Joe Rogan and somebody else. It was probably Joe Rogan and somebody else. But here's what I do, which a lot of people don't end up doing, is I interact with everybody. I interact everyone politically, racially, like their sexual orientation. And guess what? Like here's the truth of the matters. Everybody wants a better place, right? But everyone has a definite opinion of what a better place is. But guess what happens when everybody wants a better place and then people talk to each other? Everybody starts getting what they want. And when everyone starts getting what they want, the world becomes a better place. Like this idea that we can just be here and then tomorrow be there is impossible. There's a process, there's a system. The cool thing about systems is systems can be tweaked. They can be worked on. And I'm an eternal optimist about this country. And I'm not the biggest fan of Biden. I was not the biggest fan of Trump. But guess what I believe? I don't believe the president is our country. I don't. Not for a second. I see people, I see family members, I see family. I just said that. I see friends on social media just bashing Joe Biden. And when Trump was in office, just bashing Donald Trump. But what you realize, what you're doing is you're actually separating people more and more and more. And the truth and here's something that does kind of upset me, is I think that's what they want. That is so sad. That there's people out there who are willing to break people apart, to hurt people, just so they can get their message across, just so they can tell a group that they're wrong. That group is you. I guarantee you, if there's a group that you hate, there's at least a person in that group who is you, but who just took a left instead of a right at a stoplight. It sounds dumb, but that's true. It's one of the reasons why I struggle getting really upset with somebody. I know people close to me, family members of me, who are blood related to me, and they say some crazy things, and they are not out there trying to make peace, but I can still rationalize, like, that person they're an upset person. They're a broken baby. They're a grown-up baby that's broken. I can empathize. I don't agree. I disagree. I think what they're doing is wrong. I think it's hateful. I think it's horrible, and I think it's terrible for the country, and it's terrible for humans. But guess what? I still do. I still sit there and empathize. I'm like, damn, dude, what would I have been like? It's one of the hardest things for people to rationalize. Like, here's a thought experiment for you that people don't want to talk about, but here's a thought experiment. I think it's really important to do this, to take time out of your day, and, like, if it's part of this, if it's right now on this podcast, do it. It's 1935. 1935. You're a 15-year-old girl, 15-year-old guy. Your country has just been destroyed, right? And you're penalized. You can't do anything. You're not allowed to have a standing army. You're nothing. You're bankrupt. You have nothing. There's starvation in your country. It's 1934, 1935, 15-year-old girl, guy. You're in Germany, right? You're in trouble from World War One. Means you started an issue. There's this guy who's telling everybody how great this country is, who's telling you how we can do this and we can do that. This guy ends up being Adolf Hitler, right? He ends up being Adolf Hitler, who's going to go down in history as like one of the most evil people of all time. But he gave you this feeling of pride, and not just for half the country, but the entire freaking country, because your country fell apart. Years go by, it's 1942, 1943, 1944, coming down to the end of the World War II. Would you or would you not have been a Nazi? I mean that wholeheartedly. And there's people out there right now listening to this podcast saying, absolutely not. I would never be a Nazi. Why do you say that? You are who you are because of your environment. What if your whole environment was hate? It's a serious question. And it's something that people don't do enough of. People don't do enough of that. People don't sit there and say, who would I be if I was there? Who would I be if I was in this situation? Who would I be if I did lose this person? That person did that to me. People don't have empathy anymore. They have no empathy. Who would you be in times when the world's falling apart? Who are you? I think it's really important to start living a life where stop thinking you're better than somebody. Stop thinking that you're above somebody, because you're not. You're nothing. You're nothing. I could get very I can get very out there and say, yeah, you're just a pile of stardust. I could say that, but what does that even mean? What it means is that you're nothing. I think that's something that people need to start doing a lot more time on. Understand that you're not who you are. You're not, the person you are is not because you decided to be that person. The person you are is because the world has shaped you in a certain way. Do we have free will? I don't know. Growing up, I would say yes. I would say absolutely. You have free will. But I don't know. I don't know who I would have been if I was born in Mississippi. I don't know who I would have been if I was born in, south part of Maryland back in, the 1800s when slavery was around. Who would I have been? Would I have been a slave owner? Would I have been a slave rescuer? Would I have worked with Harriet Tubman from the Underground Railroad? Would I have been hunting down slaves? Who knows? And I think it's very important for people to stop acting like they're better than the person next to them. They're the brother or sister next to them. You're not. You're just simply not. I don't know. We need to do a lot more forgiving in this country. We need to do a lot more understanding of each other. And that's what July 4th is. It's the accumulation of a bunch of people living in this country, a bunch of people with different experiences, different cultures, and accepting that all of them are different. As much as I wasn't happy to see it, there's people on social media who said July 4th is not for me. It's a terrible holiday. It's a holiday for white supremacists, and that's fine. If you think that's who am I to say you're wrong? If that's your experience, that's your experience. And I think having that mindset is important. Do I agree? No. Do I think you're wrong? Yes. But am I going to react in a way that will create an issue? Absolutely not. Because what I just said, I'm not that person. I could be that person. If I was that person, maybe I would say the same damn thing. I don't know. I don't know. But saying I don't know is, people don't like saying that anymore. I think it makes people think like they're less of whatever. You're not. But yeah, vacation was nice. It was really good. So for the previous 2 years, I tried to ski. And I got up, like I stood up, but I was not doing one ski. I was doing a double ski, and it was not the most fun. I wanted to do a single ski. It looked faster and more funner. Looked more fun. But this time around, everybody was surfing, wake surfing, wave or wake surfing. I think it's wave surfing. But what happens is a boat, they drop down the propeller, or shoots up a huge angle of a wake, and so there's a wave, and the wave just keeps going, and you hold on, and you get up on the surfboard. The coolest part about it is your feet weren't attached to anything, which I really liked, because I got scared skiing and having my foot get stuck and like snapping my knee or something, hurting myself. I went 11 times, and I got up one time. I got up on my last try. It was hard, man. My girlfriend Taylor is a savage, dude. She's such. You watch her like on the water, you're like, why? What are we doing living somewhere where there's like, how do we not live on the water? I mean, we live on the water, right? The water's, I forget, but the water's literally straight down my house. But she's a savage. Like, she just hops up on the board. She's like, and then like, so you hold the rope, and then eventually you let go of the rope. and she just let go of the rope. Like, she's just doing her thing, and she's so talented. It was harder for me though. I guess I'm the heaviest person there. I was 200 pounds. The next heaviest person that went was probably like, I don't know, buck 40, or probably buck 60, buck 65 maybe, buck 65 at the most. But I'll say between a buck 50 to buck 65. And when you're that light, you can just pop up. The boat has like no issue pulling you up, but like for me, like there's like a drag to like pull me out. It's like pulling an anchor up, right? Once you get the anchor off the ground, it's easy. But like initially getting the anchor off the ground, you got to pull it out of the mud. That's how I am, dude. Like you got to pull me out of the mud. But I kept on. Apparently, it's hard to see. It's hard for me to see what I'm doing. But they kept telling me that I was getting close. And I was starting to get angry. I was like, "Oh, this sucks, dude. I want to do it. I just want to waveboard. I just want to wakeboard." Not wake. What's the other one? No, wakeboard is the other one. That's not skiing. We were wave surfing. Wave surfing. That's what I meant to say. Did I say that? I just farted. I don't know what I said. I think I said that. Anyways, but I got up the last time. I didn't get over the wake though. I just got on top of it, but I stood up on the board. Next year I'm excited to go and hopefully rip it up this time. But it was fun, dude. Just being around all those people. A lot of people. It's not my family. It's Taylor's family, but I love hanging out with them. There's just a bunch of good people, down to earth people. They live away from all the. I feel like they live away from the chaos. I don't know. I feel like where I live, it's just Annapolis is a weird area. It's just a lot of virtue signaling. It's a lot of people saying they're one thing but not being that. It's a lot of really rich people acting like they give a fuck about people who are not rich, which is like so disgusting to me. I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of fakeness around here. And if you're listening right now, you're like, Mike, you're wrong, then that's fine. But that's just my experience. I feel like there's a lot of people who say one thing in this area, but they don't follow through on it, and they don't mean what they say at all. And they'd say things just so like when they go around their friends at the reading club or the coffee shop or the tea shop, they think, "Oh, you're so amazing, you're this, you're that," but they don't know anything. I'm such an asshole, right? Or am I crazy? Or am I like dick for saying that? No, I feel like that's true. I feel like there's a lot of that around here. But just they seem like down to earth people there, in that part of Virginia. What else did we do? We went to the coffee shop every morning. I had like these keto pies, like little keto cupcake things. They were so expensive, but they were good. They didn't taste as sweet. Which every time I get like a keto dessert, if it's sweet, I know it's not keto. But if it's not super sweet, I know like they at least kept the sugar out of it, and they didn't season it too much with artificial sweeteners. What else did we do? We moved out of the apartment, which was sad. We walked around Virginia Tech, which was fun. We read a lot of our books. I finished up a bunch of assignments for school. I still have a few more to do, which I'm probably going to be doing after this podcast into Wednesday. I start school, I guess, in a month and a half. My final semester, I have 3 classes. I don't know my schedule at all. I'm going to look it up real quick live on the podcast because I feel like I should know what my schedule is. I'm so bad with this stuff. Like, people are asking me, what classes do you take? I'm like, I don't know. Report a COVID case. People are tripping. COVID's over, dude. In my world, it's over. I don't know if it's actually over, but in my world, it's over. I'm vaccinated. If you haven't been vaccinated, you're not gonna get vaccinated. And if you get COVID, dude, that's on you, bro. Like, it's your choice right now. And I shouldn't have to lock down because somebody doesn't want to get the vaccine. Like, if you don't want to get the vaccine, don't get the vaccine. Like, who cares? Pending aid. Oh, I got more aid coming my way. Oh, that's awesome. $3,800. Sweet. That's how much school is. Fantastic. School's so damn expensive, dude. Okay, my academics. This is for everybody. My academics, my plan. I don't know my plan. Enroll. Fall 2021. How do I see what I have? Here we go. Okay. Monday, Wednesday, 2 o'clock, Tuesday, Thursday. So I have 3 classes. I have Design Thinking Innovative PRB lecture. I have Social Entrepreneurship Monday and Wednesday. And I have Entrepreneurial Marketing Tuesday, Thursday at 9:30 in the morning. So I have 3 classes left, and I will have my degree. And I will be but I don't know. There's a fast, so I have Monday and Wednesday. I'm going to pretty much be at home all day, which I'm kind of excited for, I think. Let me go back. Let's see when I got to pay my first dual. So I'm super honest with everyone. My first pay, I have my semester this year is $4,100, so $4,100. It's pretty steep. I thought it'd be less. I do have a few scholarships that I have, which are nice to use. But also they're doing like this thing where, so here we go. Make a payment. Let's see. Nope, don't want to make a payment. Okay, payment plans. That's what we need. You are not enrolled in a plan. I want to be enrolled in a plan. Okay. So I don't think there's any. I think my first payment date is not for a while. I think it's going to be in like 2 months. $3,822 is how much school is, though. So that's awesome. It's not too bad, though. I don't think that's not terrible. But once I'm done with that, I'm going to graduate. I think I might record. I don't know. I might do that like a vlog for my graduation day. It sounds dumb, but part of me is kind of embarrassed I'm graduating at 25, but I know people start their PhDs at like 24 or 25. So like technically I'm on track if I wanted to get a PhD. But I don't think I technically am because people actually like people work hard. Like people get experience between graduating with a bachelor's and going for the master's. There's one more thing I want to pull up here. It's my Maryland. I don't care about voting. Don't tell me about that crap. Change academic calendar. No. I've already applied for that. IRS. Don't care. Let's go Towson webmail. Towson webmail. About the graduation. So I applied for graduation. I'm pretty sure you get accepted because I've completed everything I need to complete. There's a couple classes I couldn't fill out, but I was able to adjust them. Here we go. Graduation office. This is an email to confirm that your graduate has been received. Your application. Please note that applying for graduation only ensures that your record is being reviewed for graduation. By mid-October, we will follow up with you via email regarding graduation status and provide more information for the remainder of the season. Please make sure you monitor your student email closely. You again may want to take this time to review your academic requirements. Let's review my academic requirements. Oh wait, I think that's right here. I can go here. Got this. Pull up my PeopleSoft. My heart is pounding right now because I get really nervous whenever I look at anything school related because I really get nervous that I'm not on track. Academic requirements, but I'm pretty sure I am. I've taken so many classes in college. I just haven't taken like the right ones, so I have so many credits. Like I have enough credits to double major. I'm pretty sure. Oh, there it is. That's what I need right there. Damn it. Just hurry up and pull up. Don't like. Come on, hurry up there. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Status. So, do I have a 2.0? Yes. Core Towson seminar, done. 32 upper limits, done. 120 credits, definitely done. Got plenty of this. English, good. Math. College algebra, calculus for algebra, all that's good. Creative and creative development, good. Core 5, arts and humanities. Fundamental speech communications, I took that back in spring 2017. That's how long I've been in college. Okay. Social and behavior sciences, good. Microeconomics, macroeconomics, introduction to psychology, good. Biological and physical sciences, I got it, even though it's a D. But I still got the check mark, apparently. Oh, that's stressing. That's stressful. Okay, whatever. We're just gonna. One lecture with corresponding. Fine. We'll get that. Advanced writing seminar, business communications, good. A. Metropolitan perspectives. What does that mean? Introduction to sociology. I took that again, 2017. Jesus Christ, it's been a while. The United States of a Nation, wellness, diverse society, done. Physical wellness, done. Boom. What is that? Diversity and differences. I took that. Satisfied with expectation, permission. Waived. Okay, that's waived. Cool. Waived. Okay, that's cool. Ethics and human services, pass option maximum, whatever that means. Required course for BAUD, good. EBTM 250, good. Econ, good. Math, good. Professional experience, about to get checked off. Got it. Social entrepreneurship. Entrepreneur marketing. Dude, I'm so pumped. I'm so excited. I'm going to be fucking graduating, man. That's crazy. I'm going to be good, man. I just got to finish this up, dude. Entrepreneurship. I'm going to be an entrepreneur, dude. It's going to be my degree. I don't know. I'm super excited. That's it, guys. I don't really have too much more to talk about. I think I should probably log off here. I feel like I've been talking too much about school, which you guys don't care about, because I digress. But thank you guys so much for listening. I'm going to go ahead and edit up this podcast, and it's you guys watching this on Thursday. I got to go ahead and knock out a bunch of schoolwork I got to do so I can graduate. In the meantime, guys, please have a great Thursday. I'll catch you guys next Tuesday. My hair will be longer. I will be less tan because I'm super tan this time around. Thank you guys so much for always showing me so much support to make money in the stock market. Be safe. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.